Well, this is the upgraded, Billboard trailer that I told you guys about. You can see that's the back part of it. It's hooked up to my unlimited 5G Jeep, which means I can drive forever. The battery here, I have it in parallel. It can drive for 5 hours. So the plan is to go around the neighborhood and just bless people with this Christmas hymn. With the Christmas carols. You can see my camera rig. I will show you very soon how I drive it. I can access all of my videos. This camera works, brings me live view. This GoPro right here brings me live view. This phone brings me live view using an app. And this one is PTZ, so which means I can flip it around. It's 360 degrees PTZ. And you can see I have my Billboard truck has screens, 3 screens. So you got this one, you got the one at the back, and then you have the one on the right side, on the left side actually. All right, guys, so you can see right here, me trying to control the vehicle, right? I'm getting camera feed, right? I'm getting feed from all of my camera. And you can see right here, this is the one coming from the DJI camera, and you can see my satellite. Now I have this screen split into 2. I have this one coming from the phone camera with the app on it, right? So there are 2. So this camera is from the phone on there. This is from the live feed from the car itself. Now for this one, I can switch this to GPS and it will tell me where the car is at as well. I can go back and forth. But this right here is a live feed from my phone, and this right here is a live feed from my DJI Mimo. Okay, so I use all of those to to literally control the car. So camera, the video feed is very important. You can see this is another GPS system right there. This is a separate GPS system that I have that will actually show me the location of the car. I can switch to that one. That one also works pretty well, and I can go back and replay the direction or the map that the vehicle has taken. So let's go ahead and start driving. Let me do onboard recording on the car as well. So let's start to drive. All right, driving. You can see I'm getting video feed from all 3 cameras right now. They're looking pretty good. Like I said, I can switch to the back. This one has a way of me switching to the back, right? But I think it probably will be blocked right now. You can see right there, it's a little bit blocked. I can rotate and get it right. See right there, that's all I can see. It's actually blocked right now, but let me rotate it to the right way. I think this is how it's supposed to be. That's all I can see because I got to go the DJI blocking it, so I can switch back to the front camera, which is where it's supposed to be. Let me rotate to where it's supposed to be right there. You can see that's the front camera right there. Now this one, like I said, I can go to the map here and you can see the map now, but once I start to drive, it gives me a direct location of where I am, and that one shows me where the vehicle is at. So we continue to drive, and this right here is my backyard, and what I want to do is see, go to the backyard for a minute. Let me see if I think that's a tight angle for me. Now when I'm backing up with the trailer, I gotta be very careful because it's difficult to back up when you have that trailer without watching it, because you just have to turn the steering in a specific manner. So like I said, the trailer, usually there's that camera that's on it. I can view the camera if I wanted to. I have another app right here. The camera that's on the trailer, it's like I said, it's a 360 degrees camera. I can turn it on. I have an app. I can view it and see how it is working, right? Sometimes this one will do that. Gotta be careful. To not flip the car. We are driving on top of snow. But I want to go to the trail. And this right here is a test. What I plan to do with this is on Christmas Eve, I plan to actually drive this around the neighborhood, just doing it so I don't tip it over. You know, you're going where you gotta also watch the trailer, make sure that you take it easy so the trailer doesn't tip. Now the other camera usually would have given me a gauge of how the trailer is doing on the back. If something happens, that other camera would tell me. Let's head out to the trail. I don't know how this will work out. Now usually when it snowed, I will head out to the trail, and then it will be stuck climbing right there, you know, onto the trail itself, because there is a little steep place where we are to climb. So I'm taking it very slow, right? Driving very, very slow at this point. But the trail, if we go to this trail, I can increase my speed, everything. I think the vehicle will be able to handle the trail. But my plan is to see if this thing can climb that little slope right there onto the trail, because the trailer with the Billboard thing has some weight. It's heavy, so I don't know if it will tip this vehicle over, or this vehicle will be able to. This is a little place that I, like set up for it. I don't know if this will work. Let's keep going and see if this thing can just take us all the way without getting stuck. This is where I always got stuck, but it seems like it's good. The Jeep is doing well. The Jeep is doing well. Perfect. We have no issues. Right? So now we are on the trail now. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. We're on the trail. So let's just drive around. Let's drive around. But again, like I said, the big plan for this is on Christmas Eve. I want to drive this. I want to drive it around the neighborhood, everywhere in this neighborhood. Again, like I said, this is unlimited range, and this vehicle the battery life can last for 5 hours, which means I can drive for 5 hours. That's how good this vehicle is. So we're on that trail right now. And again, if I were to show you right here, just to show you where we are, you can see that the green is the vehicle. You see right there, we're on the trail right now. So this is it. So we're going up this way. That's where we're heading. So let's keep going. And we have the Christmas carols booming at the back of that vehicle. Beautiful. It is very beautiful. Well, let me get some sound, okay? Let me bring in some sound so we can hear what's going on. Let me increase the volume. You can hear this is coming directly from the vehicle. Directly from the vehicle. That's coming directly from the vehicle. And I can talk to somebody from the, I can talk to anyone. Now let me see. I'm trying to cross the road and go down to the other neighborhood. Let me see if there's any vehicle coming. No, there's no one coming. So good. So I can drive as far as the battery of this vehicle can last, and also as far as the battery on the phone that I have helping me to control the vehicle can last. Every now and then I'll have to check the life of the phone battery, just to make sure everything is good. Because I have a power bank charging it on the vehicle. Let me put another phone right here that can tell me what it is. Just want to look at the power on that phone. Okay, it is 48%. All right, 48%. So that is good enough. I mean, if it's 48%, it means the power bank is actually charging it. So we're going down the neighborhood. Like I said, I can see this from all of my screens right here. And the picture quality looks pretty well on all three screens now. I'm quite impressed. And I can switch the other one to GPS anytime I want. Right, so I'm increasing the speed. And currently I'm actually driving at 2.5 kilometers an hour, actually 8.3, and it's fluctuating from 8. There's too much fluctuation for me to see. Because if you look at the method extra left, it shows me the speed in kilometers an hour. I mean, I could have switched that to miles an hour, but I think we're probably driving at probably about 6 point something miles an hour. It keeps fluctuating, but the throttle is almost all down, so it must be in the 6 point something. Now this is low speed. Now if I were to switch this to high speed, it can go all the way to 25 kilometers an hour. Now remember, I have that trailer at the back of this thing, so it probably will also be pulling back on it, so it will not be as fast as it can be because of that trailer. I think that trailer probably weighs about 5 pounds, you know, so this little Jeep is quite amazing. This is a 1/10 scale Jeep driving with 5G technology. And again, like I said, I had all the cameras on here. All these cameras don't have a range limit. They don't have a range limit. The only range limit here is battery life. I can, if this battery can take me for 5 hours, all of these cameras, as long as I have enough battery, like my power bank lasts, it will give me 5 hours worth of driving. And again, the trailer, the Billboard trailer, has a power bank in there that is powering everything, all three screens, and that one can go for like a little bit over an hour. But I will upgrade the power bank so I can have about 5 hours of power also, because my plan is that Christmas Eve I want to drive around the neighborhood really well and go everywhere with the Christmas carols booming, and also a message to our community members, wishing them a nice and Merry Christmas. You see somebody crossing. Now, if we gotta cross the road, we gotta be very careful, right? We gotta be very, very careful, because if we're crossing the road and a vehicle is coming, we can be smashed, and if they're not paying attention. Now, I don't have, I mean, my PTZ camera is on it, but I haven't turned it on, because usually when I have it on, I have preset positions where I can, you know, do a left, look right before crossing. But this one, I try to use this front wide angle camera that's coming from the DJI to cross. Right now we are out, way out, going down towards the highway in the neighborhood. Ooh, this is a place where the snow has not been taken care of. I don't like it. So we're gonna go, let's see. And if I'm turning using this vehicle, I gotta be very, very careful as well because of that trailer. I mean, I can, without a trailer, I can easily back up, but with the trailer, it's not easy to back up. So if you don't back up right, which I have experienced, it will trip the vehicle. I mean, it will tip it over. It has happened in the past. Well, if you're watching and backing up, it's a piece of cake. You know, you can do it. I mean, what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of practice with the PTZ also, because the PTZ doesn't really. I mean, I think I can set the PTZ up to show me how things are, you know, like when backing up, so that I can also control from here, like try to see how the trailer, which way the trailer is going. So you can, the trailer is good, the Christmas carols are booming, video showing up on all three monitors, one on the left, one on the right, and one in the back. And this is some invention that really cool. I mean, if you were wondering how I did this, I'm an IT professional. So there is a way to do this which an average person might not be able to figure it out. And also the way I brought the video feed, this is unconventional because, you know, most people go for the DJI Air unit, which has, I think, the longest range from what I understand, DJI Air Unit 4. But this one has unlimited range, right? And this is still a DJI Mimo, which we know DJI Mimo. The one on the right is a DJI Mimo Nano, right? It's a DJI Mimo Nano, Osmo, is it Osmo Nano? I think so. But I was able to bring the feed live into my system. Usually it's not streaming. This is not a streaming feed. But I will have another video at some point where I will show you guys how I did it. And you can see, as long as I have it, currently it's being charged using a power bank as well, because, you know, battery runs down really fast if you don't have it using a power bank. And the one in the middle is my phone. Actually, I have it on a power bank as well. And what is happening with that one is that there's an app that I use, which, like I said, I would make a video for it, and I will show you guys exactly how I was able to bring. You can look how, and that's really the most stable feed. I'm starting to realize that the one coming from the DJI Nano, not Nano, I keep saying Nano, DJI Mimo Nano, yeah, Nano, the small one coming there, is also very stable and very clear nowadays. It took me a while to figure it out for it to be this good, but you can see that the one also in the middle, which is coming from my phone, that is very reliable. You know, every now and then you might have a resolution issue with it, especially when I'm running it on a big screen. You see the resolution will drop every now and then, especially when I'm on high speed. But the DJI one never really, it's good. You know, it might be frozen or go dark for a second every now and then, but it comes back. Now the one on the vehicle is very stable. It doesn't go anywhere because that one runs on 5G technology. But the problem is that the resolution is not as good as the other two. You know, the resolution right now looks good again when I'm running it on a small screen, but sometimes it becomes really blurry. Now the vehicle runs on 5G, so it brings in a live feed as well. Now, so you can see right here that the control of the vehicle is stable. I've never had a problem where it cuts off, never. Even if, now you can see that on the extreme left, the one shows bars for the resolution of my 5G, and you can see I'm on all I'm on top reception. Right, I have my bars all up, and okay, you can see how the thing went dark and came back. That's usually mostly what I get. Every now and then it just flips, goes out and comes in. But I like the fact on the right side with the DJI camera, the fact that it is very wide angle. You can see how wide angle it is. I love it. I can see it's good. Now the one in the middle, the angle is not as wide, but I can also see far ahead. Now the one from the car also have a very wide angle, but the difference between this one and the one on that vehicle is that on the extreme left is that the camera is inside, so you see most of the bumper, and the front part of it, it looks like far. So if you were to rely solely on that, it becomes, sometimes it will be challenging, especially when you're on high speed and everything. That's why I have these other cameras on it that are really, really good. I mean, I have no issues. You know, these two cameras have been very reliable. The DJI Osmo has been amazing. You know, so far the Osmo Nano, I haven't had any issues with it. At first, I didn't think it was going to work like right. You know, but it is just working good. And again, like I said, unlimited range, as long as the battery can take me. Now, if I have a good power bank that can take it for 5 hours, then it is 5 hours of this high definition video that I get. So I got to slow down a little bit right here. Now the thing is, I don't want this car to tip out because I'm more than a mile away from my house, and if I have to go this route, I will have to walk, and it takes a while to get down. So now if we were to look at the map, let me show you. Now look at this map right here. You see right here? So this map, we drove from way back and we're right here. Now if we were to look at the other map here, you can see the blue right here is where we started. And you can see we've driven all the way through the trail, all the way to here. We're close to the highway right now. So the plan here is to go down to the highway, make it come up and get into a neighborhood back here, and then go all the way and come back home. So that's the big plan. Hopefully we can do it. I think we can. I mean, all we gotta do is just not flip. Let's not tip over. That's all that matters. If we try our best and not tip over, then we're good to go. So as soon as we get to a place where the snow has been taken out, we can increase our speed. But once I get on top of the snow, I'm very, very cautious because I do not want to flip. Now we have two things that we're looking at. We're looking at the vehicle flipping, which the vehicle is pretty stable. If there is no, if we had no trailer at the back of it, you know, I can, you know, but with the trailer and the center of gravity really high up, I'm just a little bit cautious, because if it flips, then the vehicle might flip also. So you see, like places like this, I have to slow down. That's weird. It seems like some vehicle actually came in here. Must be, okay, I think it probably is a four-wheeler, because you can see tire tracks there. And you can hear our Christmas carol, you know, booming the back of our trailer. like I said, this is an unlimited range 5G vehicle, has a SIM card in it. I can drive this, and I have two 3S batteries connected in parallel using a Y connector cable, so which gives me about 5 hours of driving time. Quite amazing, guys. Very, very cool. Originally I'm a drone guy. Haven't flown my drones for a while, but dabble across this, you know, when I was trying to research about something. Now, if you look at the extreme left of the GPS, you see that we're closer to the highway. See that we're closer to the highway, and because I've brought forward the map and then minimize the video, we don't really need that video because I already have multiple videos. Now, this part is where we also have to be very, very careful to not flip. Now, if we flip here, it will, I mean, the easiest way is to jump into my vehicle and drive around to this point, but it will be on the other side of the road. I'll have to go make a turn and come back up, and then we'll have to come slow down at the middle of the road to go grab this, or I'll have to walk more than a mile out to go grab this. So I gotta be very careful, and we're hoping that as we get to the trail going up, it should, yeah, I think it looks like the snow's not bad there. Okay, we're good right here. Look, let's make sure we don't tip over on a piece of snow right there. Good. All right. Okay, cool, we're good. So now we're going up the neighborhood right now. We're going up. So the highway is on the left side. And people driving on the highway can see this, and I think they will be amazed to see something like this. You know? So we will go all the way up until we go make a ride onto our neighborhood. But again, Christmas Eve, our plan is to drive this vehicle to the shopping center where a lot of people are and have a nice message on the billboards so everybody's blessed. You can see how wonderful the view is. You can see it's amazing on both cameras. The GPS is a little bit late, but if you see the one on the big screen further back, it has made that bend. But this one on the left on the phone, it's a little bit slow to update. The one on the green, it shows where we are. We're going up. All right, so we got somebody running, and I can tell you what, they will be amazed to see this. Okay, you can see that. Yeah, they're amazed. Let me slow down, talk. Let me talk to him. Hello, how are you doing? He's probably right. He's probably standing and looking at it, getting amazed. All right, let's keep going here. See, we can talk. We can talk on the mic. Oh, I can hear somebody saying something. Are you there? All right, no response. I thought I heard somebody say something. Now, what I'll do is that later on, I'll take it to the park. And the park workers are always amazed. And I will talk to them, wish them Merry Christmas. I should have just wished that guy Merry Christmas. This is so interesting. I mean, I tell you what, drones, cool, but this is a little bit more interesting because you are right there, you are maneuvering your way, you can interact with people, drone, you're way up there just flying and looking at scenery. This is interesting. I mean, to be very candid, this was not my thing in the past. My thing is not just driving RC vehicles, but long range is always my thing, and FPV, right? Long range and FPV has always been my thing. Anything apart from that, I'm not interested in. Just, I'm not the basher where I'll take the crawlers and I'll go to some park and just drive and look at obstacles. I mean, that can be fun a little. I've done that in my pack. I've gone through my pack as well. Sometimes there's this terrain that's really treacherous. I flipped my poncho a couple of times, but I challenged myself to use FPV and get my way around, which I ended up doing. Now, another thing is that I can take this all the way around, right? But I gotta make sure that I have enough battery. And when I say I have enough battery on the phone that's on it, though if worst case scenario, I will use the onboard camera on the vehicle itself. So we're at 46% on my phone, which means it's really, it was at 48%. So 46%, though it has a power bank, means it's drawing from the power bank, but it's not really charging. I'll probably, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to add, because the point is I don't want to add a lot of weight on the vehicle, because I have a power bank that will charge that thing no matter what when I have all of these apps running on it. Now, if I have a full charge and I have a power bank, it probably will last for a long time. Okay, now we're at this point. So we can make a ride into my neighborhood, or we can cross the road and continue going up, which I rather prefer. I don't know. Let's just go. Let's go down into my neighborhood. All right, so we're heading down towards my neighborhood. Again, if you look at that map, the one at the top, you see we've gone through that highway and we're getting back into the neighborhood. But I can drive down the neighborhood for a short while. Yeah, very interesting. I'm quite amazed at the cameras, the views. I mean, the quality of the images coming in. We've been driving for 35 minutes right now. Right, 35 minutes. And we're doing well. And we've gone, this is like about 2 miles of driving so far. Well, close to 2 miles, let's put it that way. It's not up to 2 miles yet. I can tell you those vehicles that are coming, they are amazed. And they're looking at this and they're like, no kidding. Okay, now if you look at the camera on the left side, you can see now how sometimes it will do that. It gets a little bit blurry, then it adjusts itself. That's the only problem I have with that camera. So you see, sometimes it acts like that. But this DJI feed has been rock stable lately. Every now and then it will just go dark and then for like a second and then come back up. Let me say hi to this guy. Merry Christmas. Now, I would love to cross the road and go down, but this is dangerous again, like I said before. This is really, really dangerous. Now, to cross the road, I have to, because if I'm not careful, I can be run over by a vehicle. See that? I was trying to look for where I can go up the place, but I did not find it. I think we should be able to go up somewhere around this area. Can still find it. I will get it at some point. Right here, we can get up right here, then we continue to go down. All right, so let's keep going down. Cool. So no matter what, sometimes if you don't have a map, you can easily get lost. But with a map, it's easy to figure out where you are. And you can already see like the bigger map. I am in there, I know exactly where I am. Merry Christmas. Okay, now if you noticed, the camera, the DJI went a little bit like frozen for a second, and that's why I have this other camera, so that if when something happens with one, I can still keep going with the other. Again, we're driving in the neighborhood. I'm quite amazed how these Jeep, it's a 110 scale, because I had a 1/8 scale vehicle as well that also pulls this, and I saw it. I mean, it's good, but you know, there was actually not really laboring, but it was this thing. The trailer was taxing on it. Okay, so I can go right or I can cross the road. Okay, there's a vehicle right here. So I'm going blind right now. Let's cross the road real quick, full speed. All right, good. So we're going around the neighborhood with the trailer. So far, so good. No problem. About 2.5 miles out. Been driving for 41 minutes. Gotta be careful so we don't hit anything. The mileage on the other screen is not really clear. Normally it should be giving me a mileage, like how many miles we're driving in kilometers an hour. It does that every now and then. It will do that, but it's not as stable. Sometimes it just goes back to 0. But I can tell you right now, we're probably driving at about, I'd say probably around 3 kilometers an hour. Right, 3.5, between 3 and 4 kilometers an hour. So that's what we're doing right now. Oh, that screen is frozen. Well, it keeps, if it froze, if it will freeze and will come back on, you know, on the extreme left. So which is the feed coming from the vehicle directly, which is okay. You see, that's why I have multiple cameras, because now once that one is frozen, the last thing you want to do is be driving and then if it freezes out and then you just blind. So I usually have backup, you know, like you see that one has gone dark. Once that one goes dark for a second, I'm driving using the one in the middle, you know. And if, let's say, worst case scenario, both go dark, the two on the right, then I rely on the feed coming from the vehicle. So backup upon backup. Well, I would love to go around the entire neighborhood, but probably if I were to do that, it would probably take me over 2 hours. Now the only concern here is that the power bank that's charging my phone, I can realize my phone, though my phone is on the power bank, it's still not it is not gaining charge. So at 40%, I don't think, at some point it will go out, right? Now this, I could have gone this way, right, that way, so that I bring the vehicle back home. Well, I tell you what, yeah, okay, I mean, I can back up, but I gotta be careful when I back up, because again, with the trailer in the back, if you're not careful, you can trip. Okay, all right then. So this is it. I can make it right here. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we can go all the way and then come back home. Driving for 45 minutes so far. And again, also the power bank in the trailer might not last for another more than an hour. Well, probably can do 2 hours. Can do 2 hours. But I have, like I said, I have another. Now we know that it's working because we can hear the music singing, the music. If I had the other camera, I can from the other camera, it would, where I sit on top of this, it would tell me also, right? So Christmas Eve, the plan is to take this to the park shopping center, drive and go up the shopping center, bless people. I know everyone will be amazed. Talk to people through the mic, wish them Merry Christmas. Probably have my daughter do it. So far so good, really good. I mean, I didn't know that this little vehicle was going to be able to work with this trailer the way it did. This is very strong and powerful, which is quite amazing because it's just a 110 scale. I have a Honcho, which is 1/6 scale, huge, but this trailer is designed for 110 scale vehicle. It also fits my 1/8 scale vehicle that I have. But it's actually designed for a 110 scale, which is this Jeep right here. Like I said, the trailer, the payload on the trailer is about 5 pounds, and this has handled it really well with no problems. From that shadow that I'm seeing, hopefully the door of the vehicle is not open. We'll see when we get back home, because that's the only way I can see it now. You can see the front door might be, it looks like, well, it might not, because it probably might just be a table, the shadow of a table. Alright, so we will come down here, we will make a right, we will be heading back home. Now what I'll do is that once we make a right, I will take a route where it takes us to the back road, which is a little rough with the ice. But it's getting warm. I think as the temperature is getting warm, the ice is melting. But this is better than I expected, and it's so refreshing. This is not something that if you haven't driven this, you will not know how exciting it is. And trust me, it is really cool to sit at home and tour your entire neighborhood and can go as far as I can, right? You know, if I have all my stuff charged and I have everything right, I can drive for 4 or 5 hours, which is amazing. Now we gotta make a right somewhere here. This is it right here. There you go. And we gotta be careful, right? Because sometimes this road is rough. Like sometimes you have branches that have fallen from the trees, and you gotta be very. This is a path that I use, like I jog. It's my jogging path, so know what's going on around. And sometimes branches would have fallen from the tree, and you gotta be very careful not just to run, because if I run into a branch now, it might flip the vehicle. Then I have to leave the house and run down here to get it. And my dream is to have a device, right? An electronic device, automated, which can be installed on the vehicles, where if you flip, it can help the vehicle come back up. Or if you're in treacherous terrain, you can you can actually launch that the device to prevent the vehicle from actually flipping in the first place, right? Like something that opens up on both sides of the vehicle, so the vehicle can. And usually, the way the vehicle flips is either forward on the left or on the right, and you can just press a button, that thing expands out, and the vehicle cannot flip. If it tilts to the left, that thing holds it down. Maybe probably has some kind of a wheel. It continues to drive. If it flip, like tilts to the left, it prevents it from flipping. And once you go past that area, you press a button and it folds back in and goes underneath. That's will be a fabulous idea. And again, I will be investigating myself and seeing, actually thinking of how I can actually build something like that myself. That way you can drive your vehicle into terrains that are dangerous, and it will take a lot for it to completely flip over, right? Because that's the biggest issue with vehicles like this, especially driving for very long range, because you know it can flip. If it flips, then you have no choice than to get out there, drive to that location if it's too far away from you, or try to run to that location and then get it back up. So we're in the backwoods of my neighborhood. All right, so you see our mileage thing has come up. So we're driving between 3 miles and 4.5 miles at this point, which is not slow. I can tell from the amount of throttle that I have on. And this is also, sometimes there's a rough patch around this area, so I'm just being careful. Yeah, this is amazing. The FPV unlimited range on both sides. I've been impressed, especially by the DJI. My this other one in the middle, which comes from my phone, is always, like I said, always stable. Every now and then you will see it just go a little bit blurry, just a little bit, but still viewable. Okay, this is also, you see that I had to be very careful there, because and that's why I was looking very keenly around this area, because I know that comes up. Don't want to flip the car. Though now, right now, we're not too far from home, but it's a good walk if it was to flip here. Alright, so this phone will always do this every now and then. See that? It's back. So everything looks good. Now some kids build a snowman the other day around this area. You can see that's the snowman. It's falling. I think it's getting warm and it's melting. But it was very cool. Now when they built the snowman, I came through this route using my honcho and actually met them leaving, and with my honcho I said hi. So I could have gone up to the bridge and then come back home, but I choose to go the back road. And this part is a little bit rough because it seems like the ice wasn't taken care of in this area. Okay, now let me try to see if I can stay here where it's not as rough as the other parts. This part is melting. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me charge one of my phones. Actually, this other camera that I'm filming you guys, that I'm narrating from. It seems like the battery is it's not being okay. Now we're getting our charge, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me get this out of your way. All right, let's keep going. So we're in the back roads right now. My trail. We've been driving for 57 minutes, almost an hour. And I can tell you right now, I still have probably about 3 to 4 hours worth of battery in the vehicle. I can continue to drive this vehicle for another 3 to 4 hours. But the battery that is charging my DJI camera and my phone camera might be running out. I mean, it's solar, right? So as we're in the sun is trying to give it some more juice, but again, that's not enough sun. Again, the amount of juice that the battery is getting from the sun probably is not, like enough to charge 2 devices that are hooked up to it. The DJI camera and my phone. My phone is actually drawing a lot of power from it. Now, an ideal condition would be me having a full charge on my phone, having a full charge on the GoPro, and then hooking them up to the power bank, and then that will probably can give me like 3 hours of driving, straight up driving 3 hours. Like I said, the vehicle, when it's fully charged, can do up to 5 hours. But again, 2 hours of driving is usually enough. I mean, you start to get tired at that time. I've done 2 hours in the past, but if I were to go around my entire neighborhood, it would probably be around 2.5 hours of me driving around, which I will try to do on Christmas Eve. So if you are watching this video and you want to subscribe, then that's what I'll be doing on Christmas Eve. I think the GoPro is showing 100%. I mean, I'm so sorry, the GoPro, the DJI camera is showing 100%, which means it's getting a lot of juice from the power bank. But my phone is what was about 40 something percent. I think right now it might be down in the 30s or probably in the 20s. And if the phone dies out, then this camera and that one goes out, because it's that phone that brings in both feed. Though this is coming from the DJI, it goes through my phone for me to get it. And then this app also is running through my phone, so it's using my phone camera. This is using DJI, but it's going through my phone for me to get it. So if my phone goes out, both of them go out, and then I'm left just with this one. So let me be very careful, because I don't want to go off track and flip the vehicle. So it's an hour of driving, so it probably will take us another 10 minutes to get home or less. So I will take it all the way home. Okay, now you can see the camera, this one. You see how sometimes it just gets blurry. You see that? Especially in situations like this. You can see it's a little blurry. And this 5G vehicle has a gadget where you can get, and you can hook it up. And see, I'm using this control right here, but you can get like a little gadget and you can hook this whole thing up to a simulator, to a simulator, steering wheel, and a gear, which I plan to get at some point, and then I can drive directly, just like I'm driving an actual vehicle, right? I can just drive around the neighborhood. Now that will be fun if you want to be home every now and then. But sometimes I like going to the park, so which means this control will still work, and that one will still work. So when you're home and you if you intend, you have both options. If you intend to drive using the steering wheel, just plug it in using the steering wheel and sit there and just drive around. That's like you're driving any regular vehicle. But if you want to use this controller, you can do it, because sometimes I go to the park. I like to go to the park sometimes, and I just use my controller and I drive from there. If you want to travel to another location, or I want to go visit my family members and I want us to drive, I just need the controller. All right, I have multiple vehicles, like I said. So, my plan is to one day have my brother. He's into things like this, and he drives my other vehicle, and we drive around. The other one is not unlimited range, but it is Radio Master ELRS, which drives for quite a while. We can still go around this, not the entire neighborhood, but just a short patch around, good distance. And I want him and I to do it, and we would drive together, and he'll drive behind me. I'll go back and forth, and I show him some of the places in the neighborhood which I dare to go sometimes, especially when I'm driving the Honcho, which is huge. All right, I will show you a bridge which we will cross down this in a few minutes from now. And sometimes when I'm driving the Honcho, I tried this one, flipped underneath the bridge. I drive the Honcho. Honcho is 1.6 kills, huge. I go underneath the bridge, explore it, and then I'm able to come right up with no problem. But this one flipped one time. I went under, but I think that the problem was because I was not really careful. This is a smaller vehicle. I was trying to get up a cliff and probably used the wrong direction, and it flipped. But the Honcho takes it, goes up there and goes in there and comes out with no problem. This vehicle is my nice, very beautiful, and my thing with this one is my long distance. It is a really long distance. Now, if I want to go into rocky terrains, like explore and go down into valleys and rough, I usually get the Honcho, because the Honcho is designed for that. Now I have another vehicle, very beautiful. It's an SUV. That one is at 1/8 scale. To also just drive it around for the fun of it. It has really pretty lights, all the bells and whistles. But Honcho is for rough riding. I've driven the Honcho in the rain. I have driven the Honcho in the snow. And so if I want to go into rough terrains and check out things, it's the Honcho that I usually take. Right, so if I want long distance, unlimited range, this is what I usually take, this way. So we are going around the neighborhood. Been driving for 1 hour 5 minutes, and right now we will go down to that bridge that I told you about. And the trailer is fine, because the Christmas carols are still rolling. They've been running for more than an hour now, which is a good thing. Ooh, see that snowy patch. I usually try to avoid that, but actually did not think it was that high, but that's okay. All right, so this is the bridge that I'm talking about, right? We're about getting there. So this bridge right here, with the Honcho, I usually will go, when I'm coming the other way, I will go right down and go underneath, and go back up. But again, like I said, Honcho is really good. It can brave all of this. But you can see the bridge is a little bit rough with the snow. So I gotta be careful too. That's rough. And it seems like it going up the hill will be a little rough. Now my hope is for it to not, this is a four-wheeler. My hope is not for it to start to slide and not be able to go up the hill with the slippery roads. But I think it can. I think I've tested this vehicle already when the condition was even worse than this, and it did perform. I had no problem. You can see that the snow is melting, so I will not really have any problems. I won't have any problems. The last time I came this way, the snow was still heavily on the ground and this vehicle still was able to climb. This is a steep slope going up, so it might not seem like it because we're looking at it from here, but since this is my area and I know how it goes, this is a slope going up. It's going up the hill. You can hear the motor working hard. We're driving now at about 4 kilometers an hour. 3 to 4, it keeps fluctuating. I think this is the steepest part of it. You can hear the motor working hard to pull that 5-pound trailer in the back of it. I'm at full throttle, but this is low gear. This is low gear, full throttle, low gear. There's no need to go high gear. Like I'm slowing down a little bit. Yeah, because now we're getting at some rough. You can see the trail. I think this must be the same trail of this vehicle the last time I came this way. My Honcho also came here when it was actually snowing. So let me see if I can follow the tire trail right there. Wow, this is quite amazing. Again, like I said, this is a slope going up. And the trailer is about 5 pounds. And this vehicle is doing a great job pulling it. Quite amazing. I'm not at full throttle, but it's doing a great job. Doing an amazing job. Okay, you can see those houses up front. We're not too far from from my house. But this is amazing though, it has done a great job. So we've been driving for an hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes so far. Remember, this is pulling on that 5-pound trailer we're going up the hill. So this thing has some power though, it is good. Right, let me try to come where the ice has melted a little bit, drive here. I can increase my speed here. Perfect. I'm at full throttle right now. Still going up the hill. And when we're done, I'm going to show you the other GPS system actually gives me, I can replay our route so that you see how we did it. Full throttle, going between 2 to 6 kilometers an hour. You can see those are the houses right there. I can already see the white houses line on the right side. We're gonna try to go through the back where the wood. I have my little trail in the backyard. Beautiful, I'm telling you. I mean, this is a beautiful experience. Sit at home. Use your RC vehicle to go around the neighborhood. Check out what's happening. Amazing. All right, so there's a little trail that I carved out that is coming up. So I don't want to miss it up. It's right here. Let's see if we can get the vehicle. Hope we're not gonna flip right there. This is the back of my house right here. Okay, so that's my trail. I think I went past it a little bit. Okay, perfect. So let's go. Good. So when it snowed, the next day I came and I opened up this. Gotta be careful. So we're going downhill. See, because we have that trailer pushing on us also. So once we're going downhill, we gotta be going slowly because this trailer is pushing down on the vehicle. You don't go and it might push down until it falls down. So I'm impressed at how this thing was able to. This is really amazing though. Quite amazing. I'm really, really impressed. Okay, we're home. We don't want to flip while at home. After going through the entire neighborhood. Uh-oh, I'm gonna call. I'll call the guy later on. Okay, so trying to maneuver my way. Perfect. Okay, so let's go all the way into the garage. Uh-oh, we're sliding. The trailer is not wanting to climb, so I'm gonna hit some speed. Ooh, we're stuck. I think the trailer is stuck down on the other side. Let me go to the right and see if we can. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Trailer is stuck. trailer if we don't want to bring down the trailer now. Let me put it on high gear and see what happens. Good, we got it. High gear did the trick for us. High gear always does it for me. When I get stuck, I put it on high gear. It just does it. I've switched it back to low gear. So that's perfect. All right, so we're gonna go right into the garage. There's the garage. All right, let's get in. All right, home, finally home. Okay, so let's see what we did, okay? So right here, let's stop this other recording. Now right here, let me show you. So if we go to the GPS, so actually the one that I wanted to show you was this. So let's go for today. And you see what we've done. You can see this is how we rode. See that? So this is it right here. So we started here and we went up all the way, right? Let's see, all the way to close to the road, and we came back down. Now I can replay it, right? So you can see the vehicle moving. It's moving right here. You see there we did a little bit of maneuvering over there. Soon you see the vehicle leave that area and start to move. Right, you see it leave. The vehicle is still maneuvering around this area, but you can see that's also when we started actually moving. See that? That's our trip. See that? So that's when we went through the close to the route and we came down. You can see all the way. Yeah. That's quite amazing. And again, wow, I thought we drove for more than 2 miles, but we did not. You can see right down here that we drove for almost 2 miles. So it was 1.9 miles right there. But you can see the vehicle. That's the entire distance that vehicle covered was 1.9 miles. And you can see the mileage down here that is fluctuating. So that was 6 miles per hour. That's what we were doing more 6 miles an hour most of the time. So I think that's the maximum speed that we got, 6 miles an hour. But we drove for 1.9 miles the whole trip going through this route right here. So, unlimited range. Now let's go check out the vehicle. So far, so good. You can see the vehicle right there. Our trailer, nothing went wrong. That's our trailer right there in the back. Nothing went wrong. Let's go to the back and inspect. You can see right there, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Perfect. Now, so you join me Christmas Eve so we can tour the neighborhood. Okay? All right then. Bye.